Habarigani. It is day 2 of Kwanzaa, and today's principle is Kujichagulia, self-determination. How are we defining ourselves, naming ourselves, creating and speaking for ourselves? What comes to mind when you think of self-determination? My name is Nzinga, and I'm excited to lead you in a short, soft belly breathing meditation. Take a deep breath and allow your eyes to close or find a gaze softly in front of you. Breathe deeply in through your nose and out through your mouth. In through your nose, out through your mouth. Imagine your belly is soft. To encourage this process, you can say to yourself, soft as you breathe in, and belly as you breathe out. If thoughts come, let them come and let them go. And return your awareness to your breath and your soft belly breathing. In through the nose, out through the mouth. No matter how often your mind wanders, gently bring it back to the breath coming into the body, and the breath leaving the body. In through the nose, out through the mouth. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Soft belly. Soft belly. Take a deep breath, stretch, and bring yourself back to the space and time in the room. Thank you. Blocks, but if you don't have blocks, you can always bring. Hujambo, my name is Nzinga, and we're getting ready to do a slow, all-level yoga class. For this class, you will need a mat, if possible, blocks, but if you don't have blocks, you can always bring some books or something similar to a block in case you want to use it to expand your practice in terms of finding alignment and more comfort in poses. And you also want to wear something comfortable. It doesn't necessarily have to be yoga clothes, but it needs to be something that when you wear it, you don't feel discomfort as you're moving through the practice. To begin, you're going to bring something underneath your seat, either a block, a pillow, or books, just so that we're more comfortable in this pose, Sukhasana. Take a moment to take a deep breath in through your nose And exhale out through your mouth. If it feels comfortable, close your eyes or turn your gaze downwards with a soft focus. Let's take another inhale through our nose and out through our mouth. In through your nose, out through your mouth. 2 more times, in and out. In and then out. Taking this moment to tune in, checking in with your body from the tips of your toes to your ankles to your knees to your hips to your shoulders to your elbows to your wrists down to the tips of your fingers, and then moving all the way back to your neck and then to the top of your head. Assessing how you feel today and making note of the places where you feel strong and where you need more tender, loving care. On your next inhale, open up your arms and bring your palms above your head, keeping your eyes closed. Exhale your hands down to your heart center. Taking a slight bow to your hands, take this moment to set an intention for today's practice. Create a phrase or find an affirmation that reminds you of who you are, where you're going, or what you're trying to maintain in your life in this present moment. As we move through this practice, use this intention to keep you focused and to keep you present in the moments that you feel overwhelmed. On your next inhale, draw your arms up above your head, opening your eyes. Exhale your hands down to the sides of your body. Release the block from beneath your seat. If it feels uncomfortable to stay here, you can extend your legs out. If it's okay, you can keep it in this folded position. And on our next exhale, we're going to start to find a nice rotation hinging from our hips. Exhale down and then inhale up. We're starting to move with Ujjayi breath. That's breath with sound. We slightly close out the nose, the back of the throat, and start to find sound with our breath. It sounds a little something like this. Let's reverse it. Maybe you start to bring your shoulders into the practice as you warm up your spine. And then come back to a neutral seated position. On your next inhale, draw your arms above your head. Exhale, float the hands down. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, release. Take another deep breath in. Exhale, release. Do this a few more times, allowing your breath to open up your body to help you find more extension as you lean into this practice. Inhaling and exhaling. 2 more breaths. Take another deep breath in. Exhale it out. And start to walk the hands over to your right. Keeping the spine nice and long and trying to keep both hips grounded. If this feels good, you can stay here. If you'd like to explore further, you can start to wrap the arms around the knee, dropping the chin towards the knee. However, if you start to transition into this position and you feel your left hip lifting, stay with the arms extended. We're holding here for 2 more breaths. On your next inhale, lift the body up. Inhale back to center. Exhale, float the body back down. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, release. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, release. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, release. Hold. One more breath. On your next exhale, walk the hands over to the left, framing the hands around the left thigh. Again, you can keep the arms extended out, or you can explore wrapping the arms around the thigh and dropping the chin towards the knee. You want to make sure both hips stay grounded. If you feel pain, you want to move a little bit more out of the pose, because in this practice, we're just trying to open up the body, but not necessarily give you pain. Holding here for a few more breaths. Releasing the hands if you have them wrapped around the leg. And on your next inhale, lift up. Inhale back to center. Exhale the hands down to the knees. And let's move into a cat-cow. So for cat-cow, you're going to round the spine, chin to chest. Arms are nice and long. And that's an exhale. This is our cat. On our inhale, we're going to bend those elbows, drawing them to the body, pushing the chest through, looking up. And this is our cow. Exhale, round and curl. Inhale, lifting the chest, looking up. Bend those elbows, squeezing them close to the body. Exhale. Inhale. Keeping this movement flowing with your breath. Inhale back to center. Draw the arms parallel with the ground out to the sides of your body and grab your opposite ear. Allow the ear to float towards one shoulder and then release the arm. Feeling a nice stretch in that shoulder neck space. Inhale the hands up. Exhale, let's switch sides. Dropping the ear towards the one shoulder and then releasing the hand towards the ground. Inhale back to center. Twisting to your right, grabbing your right knee with your left hand and looking out behind you. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Inhale back to center. Exhale, twist to the opposite side. Grabbing the left thigh with the right hand. Again, we use our breath to move us through this practice. So inhale, lift and lengthen. Imagine your head is reaching for the ceiling. Exhale, twist. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Inhale back to center. Plant your hands into the ground and come into tabletop position. So tabletop, your hands are stacked underneath your shoulders. Your knees are stacked underneath your hips. We're going to do a few more cat-cows in this position. So for cat, we tuck the pelvis in, chin to chest, and we're rounding the spine. On our cow, we're arching the lower back, dropping the chest down, pushing away from the mat with the hands for both, and looking up towards the ceiling. Exhale, round and curl. Inhale. Arching the lower back, lifting up, opening that throat space. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Coming back to a neutral position. Start to walk the hands out. We're going into a puppy pose. There's a couple ways you can do this pose. I'm going to go through the variations with you. So this pose goes into your upper back in terms of its stretch. So you may want to grab a block or a pillow or a folded blanket just to allow you the opportunity to gently move into this pose as your upper body and shoulders open up. So if you're going to use a block just to start off to test the waters, you can drop the chest down and bring your head onto the block. You can even bring it underneath your chest if that resonates with you. If you feel that you can lower all the way down, what you will do is drop the head and chest down. And if that feels good and you think you can go more, then you're going to drop the chin into the mat and let the chest lower. We're going to just hold here very shortly. 3 breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Come into your Sphinx pose. Slither through or move as best you can, what feels comfortable for you. You're pressing your forearms into the mat. For Sphinx, your feet can be together or apart. If you have lower back pain, you want to bring your feet apart so that you won't dump the weight into that lower back. You also want to play around with moving the hips back a few times. This is an active pose, so we're not just hanging out like nothing's going on. We're pressing the forearms into the ground, rolling the shoulders down and back, and let's start to have a semicircle rotation with our neck. So drop the chin down, hold, and start to take a nice rotation towards your right side, bringing your right ear towards your right shoulder. Exhale your chin down, back to the center of your chest. Exhale, rotate the ear towards the left shoulder. Let's do that a few more times, rocking from side to side. Maybe you maintain the semicircle, or if it resonates with you, you can start to take a full rotation of the neck, moving mindfully and slowly, aligning your movement with your breath, and then taking it in opposite direction. Inhale, come all the way back up. Press your hands into the mat and start to lift the shoulders up for seal pose. Walk the hips back. Okay, and we're just gonna hold here a little bit. Exhale all the way down. Letting your body relax for a moment. Bring your hands close to your chest. Squeezing your elbows, bending your elbows and bringing your arms towards your body. We're going into baby cobra. Traditionally for baby cobra, we like to keep the toes, the heels, and the thighs engaged, maybe even engaging the quadriceps so much that the knees lift off the mat. However, if you have a history of back pain, you want to make sure you bring some distance between your feet. Okay? Exhale all the air out. Inhale, using only your back, not your hands, lift up. Inhale, lift. Inhale, lift. Don't forget to breathe. Inhale, lift. Inhale, lift one more time. Exhale all the way down. Begin to bring your hands closer to the center of your body, closer to your waistline. And this time we're going to definitely bring our feet about hip distance apart from each other. We're going into full cobra. In this instance, we are going to bear weight into our hands to help lift us up. But we're not going to straighten the arms all the way out. We're going to keep a slight bend in the arms. So again, exhale your head, air all the way out. And then on your inhale, lift up. Exhaling and rolling shoulders down and keeping a slight bend in the elbows. And hold and keep looking forward. Holding here for 2, 3, 4, and 5. Inhale, come to child's pose, toes touch, knees apart. Exhale, push back. Let your head touch the ground if possible. Opening up your knees wider to open up some more space in your hips. On your next exhale, start to walk the hands over to the right. On your next inhale, walk back to center. And then exhale, walk the hands over to the left. In these moments of stillness, go back to your intention to keep you present. Throughout this practice, we're letting our breath be our song. Inhale back to center. Push up into tabletop. Tuck your toes under. Lift the knees up and press the heels into the ground. Maybe you walk the feet in 1 or 2 times and then start to pedal your knees, bending one knee and bending the other, moving the feet back and forth. Slowly walk your hands to your feet. Hang heavy. Grab your opposite elbows. Keep a soft bend into the knees. Let the head hang free and swing side to side. Release your arms and slowly roll up for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Letting your shoulders roll back, looking forward. Inhale the hands up above the head, letting your palms touch. Exhale the hands down to your heart center. Closing your eyes if it feels comfortable or softening your gaze, take a moment to connect to your intention and notice how you feel. On your next inhale, lift the arms up and exhale the hands down. Inhale the hands back up, having your palms face forward. Exhale, roll all the way back down, bending your knees if you need, and ground your hands onto the mat. Walk your hands back out, coming to a plank position, drop the knees down. Push the body forward, exhale the body all the way down. Inhale, lift up into your half cobra. Exhale, push back into your child's pose. Inhale, lift up into your tabletop pose. Exhale here. Inhale, bring the right leg in between the two hands. Inhale the arms up, reaching towards the sky. You can stay here or you can start to push the hips forward, making sure your heel and knee are in one line. You can also add a slight backwards bend. If so, drop your head back slowly and mindfully and start to reach the arms back. Slowly inhale the body back up. Exhale, plant the hands down into the mat and start to flex the foot, pushing the hips back, going into a half split. Inhale, push back forward. Bring the right leg to meet the left. Toes touch, knees apart, child's pose. Inhale, look forward, and slowly begin to pretend you have a grapefruit in front of your nose that you need to push past your hands. You're going to slither through into a cobra. So push the grapefruit, push the grapefruit, push the grapefruit, push, 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 until you find yourself in your cobra pose. Tuck the toes under, lift the hips up, hold here for 1, 2, if this is uncomfortable, you can always go back to tabletop. 3, 4, and 5. Coming onto the balls of your feet, drop your knees back down. Bring the left foot in between the two hands. Inhale the arms up. You can stay here. Option 2 is to start to push forward into the hips. You can stay here, or option 3 is to go into the back bend like we did on the opposite side. Lengthening first, dropping the head back, and then reaching the arms back. Inhale, slowly lift up. Plant the hands down to frame the left foot. Push the hips back and flex the left foot. Inhale, come back up. Plant the hands down into the mat. Bring the left foot to meet the right and swing the legs around. Inhale the arms up. Walk the hips back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 times. And exhale, slowly fold the body down, either reaching for your shins, your ankles, or wrapping the fingers around the toes and going into your forward fold. Holding here for 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Inhale, lift up, releasing your grip wherever it was at, bringing your arms parallel with the ground. C-curve the spine and slowly go down for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take a few breaths here, letting your palms come up if you want to receive energy, or bring your palms face down if you want to ground yourself some more. On your next inhale, draw both legs into the body, wrapping your arms around your legs. Maybe you rock side to side. and then release your left leg. Interlacing your fingers a few inches below the right shin. Hold. And then slowly bring that right thigh over to the left side for a nice reclined twist. Extend the arms out and look over the right shoulder. Inhale back to center. Switching legs, interlace the fingers a few inches below the left knee on top of the shin. Hold. And then slowly draw that right leg over for a nice final twist, looking over that left shoulder. Inhale back to center. Extend the legs out. On your next inhale, bring the legs up for legs against the wall. Maybe pointing and flexing your feet a few times. And then slowly release the legs back down. Take a deep breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. Turning your gaze downward or maybe closing your eyes and dropping into your final Shavasana. Relax your toes, your ankles. Release any tension you have in your calves or shins. Soften your knees and your thighs. Your inner thigh and outer thigh. Your upper and lower thigh. Relax your hips. Let your back melt into the ground. Your lower back, middle back, and upper back. Relax your shoulders, your upper arms, your elbows, your forearms, wrists, fingers. Swallow a few times and soften your jaws. Relax your forehead and relax your mind. Take a nice deep breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. In through your nose and out through your mouth. Take this moment to be still, calm, and allow yourself to be renewed. Begin to wiggle your fingers and your toes, drawing your arms above your head to stretch and pulling your feet away from your body. On your next exhale, draw the knees back into the chest, wrapping the arms around the legs, and slowly fall into a fetal position. Take this moment to list all the things you're grateful for. When you're done, press that top hand into the ground to push you up. Coming back to our seated position. Inhale the arms up. Exhale the arms down to your heart center. Bowing down to yourself. Repeating your intention quietly to yourself. Nguzo Saba. Love, peace, and prosperity. It's our favorite time of the day, breakfast time. And some people like to break up the word up and say break fast. So essentially you want to think about not being as heavy as we traditionally are with pancakes and things of that nature, and trying to lean towards having some fruit and some veggies for breakfast, which is odd for some people, but when you combine them and you make a smoothie, it can be a lovely day. So I have a couple of recipes here for you in terms of green smoothies and drinks, and these will be really good for you during this cleanse and beyond. The key to a green smoothie is the greens, and the greens are really good for you in the sense that it provides fiber, allows your body to be more alkaline, it helps with the acids in your stomach, and there's a long list of benefits for drinking a green smoothie. So I'm going to share first, before I go into my smoothie, a papaya boat, and then we're going to take it from there. So papaya is an amazing fruit in that it's anti-parasitic fruit, particularly when you involve the seeds in it. So I'm going to make a smoothie for you today with the papaya for a papaya boat as well as a papaya smoothie. So for a papaya boat, it's pretty simple. We cut our papaya in half. And we save the seeds. The reason why we're saving the seeds, again, we're going to use these seeds for other recipes. We can use them as an add-on in our smoothies. It gives a nice kick, a little punch, I like to say. It's like black peppercorn kind of, sort of. And so for the papaya boat, essentially you take the papaya and you fill it up with veggies. Sometimes you can fill it up with chia pudding, a vegan yogurt. And today I'm just gonna keep it simple and we're going to just use some fruit. So I'm going to fill it in with some blueberries. Throw some raspberries in there. Definitely some strawberries. Put our kiwi, nice hint of green. And I like to sometimes add some coconut flakes on here, but I'm gonna keep it really simple and stick to this little design. And essentially, you take some lime and squeeze it on there. And voila, simple breakfast on the go, not too complicated. Now, it's time to make our papaya smoothie. Again, we're going to keep the seeds, so I'm actually going to just throw these seeds in there instead of putting it in a container. Take about a cup of papaya, maybe a cup and a half in this case, and I'm going to throw it in here. Then I'm going to use bananas, and I wanted to show you the bananas. Typically I have them frozen, but you want to get your bananas to look like this. When they're spotted, that's when the vitamins are at its highest potential, and they're super sweet so that you don't have to add any additional sweeteners. A lot of times we add sugar and things like that because we're not using fruit that is ripe enough. So we want to make sure we want to let our fruit ripen to the point where you don't have to add any additional sugar, and you can just be satisfied with the sugar that's present in the fruits that you're using for your smoothie. So in this case, I'm going to rock with one banana. I'm gonna throw a piece of ginger in here. And since we're making this green, I'm going to use some spinach. So when you're starting to make your green smoothies, you want to make sure that you're changing your greens around. You don't want to be taking the same greens every day, particularly something like spinach. Spinach can eventually, if you're taking too much of it, actually prevent you from absorbing iron. And so you want to just rotate your greens, and then you'll be A-okay. In terms of liquid, I like to stick to water, but you can always add like a plant-based milk. I'm going to share a recipe with you for hemp seed milk, which is really simple. There's no straining involved. And so I add some water, and then I'm going to blend. If you feel like you need more, you can always add like a plant-based protein powder to the mix. And so make sure if you're using a Vitamix, you don't have it on high so it's not a disaster. And then you just start to bring it up. Here's our first smoothie. Yummy. Hi, everyone. Habara Ghani, what's the news? Today is Kujichagulia, and we wanted to make sure that we could help you pour into yourselves as you determine what Kujichagulia means for you. So, this is the end of our online programming, but we'll be in person at 11 o'clock, or not 11, I'm sorry, at 12 o'clock with Simone Kelly, and she's going to be doing a workshop called Soul Healing with Reiki. We have an added bonus because we know a lot of people are joining us from out of the state. We will be streaming that live as well. So if you're not able to make it to the research library, we'll be putting a link underneath this stream so that you can join in with us, and we'll be sending and so just come back to this link and look at the top, and we'll put the link to that stream, or subscribe to the channel, and then you'll get notified once we go live with her. And that's a 2-hour workshop. She's actually going to be pulling some people from the audience and demoing Reiki. Then it's going to be followed with some meditation with myself. And last but not least, we'll have the ABCs of Gardening, Ask a Gardener with Roger of Urban Greenworks. In this workshop, it's hands-on, so get ready to be dirty, get ready to get some seedlings and much more. If you're trying to understand how you can cultivate having more food in your garden, you're starting your garden, or you need more tips because your garden isn't thriving, this is definitely the workshop for you. Unfortunately, that workshop will not be live. However, check your emails a little bit later, and we'll have a bonus for you just in case you can't come to us. Again, we'll be here starting 12 o'clock at the African American Research Library and Culture Center, 2650 Sistrunk Boulevard, Fort Lauderdale, Florida, 33311. And this program was brought to you by the Friends of the Library, African American Research Library, and Bank of America. Thank you again for joining us, and we hope to see you a bit later. And if you want more of our schedule, go to celebratekwanzaa.org.